Hi all, welcome to part 6 module 3 computer network. So we were discussing in the part 5 video lecture the distance vector routing algorithm. So it's a continuation to that and so you have to finish it and come to this. So here we are going to see on well-known problem count to infinity problem. So that is associated with the distance vector. So that is what makes the algorithm means a failure, and later on it's replaced by link state algorithm. Okay, so let's understand the problem first. The settling of routes to best paths across a network is what we call as convergence. So convergence is something we are already familiar. Means it has to reach that equilibrium or the stable state where the routes. I mean, in case of distance vector, if you are thinking in every ith exchange, your every node is getting some information from all its neighbors and it is updating accordingly. So after this ith iteration, it will go to that I plus 1 iteration. If the routing table that is updated at the ith iteration and I plus 1 iteration were same, then we can say that it reached that convergence. So that is where the stabilization happen. So the settling of the routes to the best path across the network altogether by a particular algorithm is called its convergence. So the distance vector routing is useful as a simple technique by which the routers can collectively compute the shortest path, but it has a serious drawback. So the method is already familiar for you and how this shortest path computation is happening. But the problem is now we are going to see. So although it converges to the correct answer, so definitely the convergence to the correct answer will happen, but it is very slow for convergence. So in normal case itself, say n number of hop like that we already seen, that many steps it has to execute, but in certain situation the convergence is more and more slow. But definitely convergence will happen, say maybe after some infinite number of steps to correct answer, but that is not what needed. We want that convergence to be fast. So in particular, it reacts rapidly to good news but leisurely to bad news. So this is something you can keep in your mind. So if it is a good news like a link which is already failed is now come up, or an offline machine is now online. So that kind of good news will be spread very fast. So it reacts rapidly with good news. But if it is something bad news like a link which is nicely working is currently go down, or some failure happened to that link, or that particular machine, the router is offline now. So that kind of bad news, the spreading will happen very slowly or leisurely. Okay, so first we will see the first aspect, that is how a good information is propagating faster. Then we will see what is going to happen with the bad information, right? So as an example, so here you can see that there are 5 nodes which are connected linearly. As an example, say A, B, C, D, E. 5 routers are connected in a linear way, right? So to see how fast the good information propagates, consider a 5 node linear network as shown, where the delay metric is taken to be the number of hop. Okay, so just hope only, just for the understanding. We are not considering the delay or some other metric. So suppose A is down initially. So the situation is like initially, so just before starting this example, the machine A is down and all the other routers were knowing about it. And how they are knowing, so that is the second part we will see in the next slide. That is bad information, right? Its machine is down. So that is something already known to all others. For the time being, you can assume like that. So in other words, they have all recorded the delay to A as infinity. So delay to A as infinity. So here infinity is something noted by this dot. So instead I am this is something I taken from your textbook. Instead I am noting down these things as infinity. So initially right, every node is knowing that A is down. So here it shows only the entry corresponds to A only, right? So in that routing table we have entry for each and every router. So don't take it like A, B, C, D. No, all these are A's entries only. A's entries were highlighted in different iteration, right? So if you look at the entry corresponding to A, initially B is maintaining its entry to A as infinity, C is maintaining its distance to A as infinity, D as infinity, E also maintained as infinity. Why? Because A is down. A is down before taking this example. Okay, so that is known to everyone else also. Accordingly, they noted their distance to be infinity. Now the thing is that when A comes up, so this is a good information. So for the initially it was a bad situation and its propagation, everything we are not worrying right now. and we assume that already it is down, and accordingly everybody updated also. Now we have a good news that A comes up, right? Already it is down, now A comes up. So let me take a different color pen. Yeah, now it's fine. Then okay. Now see, all these entries are corresponds to A only, so that you have to remember. Now we have a good news that A come up. A is active now, right? The other routers learn about it via the vector exchanges. So how this good information is propagated is something you already know, by vector exchange. So every node will exchange its vector with its neighbor, and after some 4 number of exchanges, that good news is actually spreaded, like everybody updated its distance to A as from B it is 1 hop, from C it is 2 hop through B, right? From D it is 3 hop, from E it is 4 hop. So like that they updated. So that is so how this update is happening, just listen. So initially it was like infinity, and suddenly A comes up. So that is the situation. Oh sorry, the previous value is coming. Yeah, initially it is infinity, and now A come up, right? So at the time of the first exchange, so this is the first exchange. So what is happening during this first exchange is B learns that its left hand neighbor has 0 delay to A, in the sense that is A itself. Okay, it's something trickier way they are writing. B learns that its left hand neighbor, that is A, is having 0 delay to A, because left hand neighbor itself is A, right? As B is directly connected to A, as soon as A comes up, in every t millisecond of time, the node will be sending some kind of echo message, and by seeing its reply, it can understand that this machine is active at that point, right? So as soon as we understand that the other side, this link is active, it may tries with some echo message or something, it is getting the reply back, yes, he is active. So it will update its entry to 1. In the sense, B can reach A by 1 hop. So at that time, other nodes are not updated, so they are just keeping this infinity only, because after the next iteration only, so this is the first exchange, in the sense, so you assume that B is getting some information from A, like that. So that is the first exchange. Now during second exchange only, this information from B will reach C. So after second exchange, what will happen? B will inform C that I can reach. So all these are entries for A only, right? B will inform C that all these are A's entry in different iteration. Inform C that I can reach A by 1 hop. Now C can reach B by 1 hop, and B can reach A by 1 hop. So totally by 2 hop, C can reach A. So accordingly, C updated its entry after second exchange, but still the other two are in infinity. Now during the third exchange, definitely this information C will be communicating to D. So as they are communicating information only with the neighbor, this many iterations were needed. If they can communicate with everyone else in a single iteration, this will fix up, right? So but it is not the case. Every node is communicating its distance vector only to its neighbor. So that is why during the third exchange only, C will communicate this updated value to D. Now D knows that with 1 hop I can reach C, and from C with 2 hop I can reach D. A. So accordingly it will update that distance value to be 3, and still E is not updated. Now during the fourth exchange, everybody will exchange its information to its neighbor, and the C or D, they will not change, because already that same information is coming, no update is coming. But for E, now a new information came from D, that D can let the packet reach A with 3 hop. Now E can reach D with a single hop. So totally with the 4 hop, E can reach A. Like that, E updated its table. So this is a good information that after a failure, A comes up. And this is how fast the information is being spread, maybe after 4 exchanges. So what is this for? The maximum length of this wire diameter kind of thing. So the worst case distance between any two nodes is that 4. Right? So that is being explained here. B now knows an entry in its routing table indicating that A is 1 hop away to the left. All the other nodes still think that A is down. On the next exchange, C learns about it, and then D, like that. So clearly the good news is spreading at the rate of it's not running too fast, but it is running in a relatively good speed, that is at the rate of 1 hop per exchange. In every one exchange only 1 hop information is updated. So in network with whose longest path is of length n hop, just like in this example itself, you can see that the longest path is between A and E. So 1 2 3 4, right? So 4 hops were there for the longest path, and 4 exchanges are needed accordingly. So if the longest path is of length n hop, then within n exchanges everybody will know about the newly revived links and the routers, I mean that update. So that about how fast the good information is being propagated in distance vector routing. Now we are going to see the other worst scenario, that is what is going to happen with bad information. So bad in news again propagates, but propagates very slowly, or the convergence is too slow. Something like here you can see that some infinite, again this is infinity, infinite number of steps were taken by these exchanges. That many exchanges were needed to converge to about a bad information. So we will see that. So what is that bad information? Initially assume that A is active, there is no problem with A, and from B I can reach he can reach A by 1 hop, and C can reach A with 2 hop, D can reach with A with 3 hops, and E can reach A with 4 hops. So it's a good scenario. Now immediately what happened is a failure for A. Either A failed or this particular link fails. Anyway, whatever it is, for B it is same, B can't reach A, that's all. So what we are expecting is like as this link is down, this B is supposed to get an update like so B can't reach A, right? There is no way for B to reach A. There is no other links also, because we are just considering a linear connection like this. So as far as B is concerned, it is supposed to get its distance information. So again, all these rows are corresponds to A only. It's not about the entire routing table. A's entry alone is highlighted. Okay, A's from each and everyone's routing table, the distance information to A is only highlighted in this example, right? So this A's entry is supposed to be updated to infinity, because it can't reach in the sense. Okay, so or the worst case, some bigger value. So infinity in the sense it's not feasible to reach that particular node. Similarly for C also it should be infinity, D also it should be infinity, E also it should be infinity. So in a in a good way of thinking, what you can think is like, so B is now updated to infinity, because directly when B is sending some echo message, it will not get any reply back, so it can update it to infinity, and B is communicating that infinity value to C, it is updating infinity. Maybe after some 4 iteration everybody is getting value to be infinity. So like that you may think, but that is wrong. Okay, so it is something else is happening, and we are going to see what it is. So first let's understand the situation. Now let's consider the situation as shown in the figure, in which all links are and the routers are initially up, no problem. So the routers B, C, D and E have distances to A to be 1 2 3 4 hops respectively, in that initial case. Suddenly either that A gone offline, or the link between A and B is cut. At the first packet exchange, B does not hear anything from A. So initially, after one exchange of information, what we are expecting is B is going to update this with infinity, but it is not going to update with infinity. Instead, it is updating with 3. How this 3 is coming? So that is the question here. So definitely we will try with an echo message, and it is not getting any reply. So we will understand that it can't directly reach A. So it is supposed to update it with infinity, but instead of that it is updating it with 3. That is due to a bad information being communicated by C, a wrong information communicated by C. So what C is saying, do not worry, right? I have a path to A of length 2. So this information is coming over here. So this is a problem. So we are actually, this C will update its distance vector to B. Also B will communicate its distance vector to C. So this 1 is coming, 1 plus 1 2. So no change for 2. But this 2 is communicated by C to B. What does this 2 means? C is saying to, you have to be very clear, listen clearly at this point, otherwise you may be confused, so listen properly. C is saying that I can reach A with 2 hop, C is saying to B. So B blindly believes C. So that is what is happening. So B don't know that C is offering a path that is through B. So that B don't know. So simply the distance information alone is communicated. It is not communicating the next hop information. That is actually what makes it a failure. As we save bandwidth, we are just communicating only distance. So that is what makes the algorithm a failure. So what will happen is C is telling, so what B blindly believes C, and what B think is like there is some alternative path from C to some other router, and from that router to A, or C can reach A with two hop, hop 1, hop 2. So like that B believes that there is some other alternative path from connecting C to A with a distance of 2, and B can reach C with 1 hop. So totally with 3 hop, now B believes that B can reach A, maybe using some alternative path connecting C to A. But actually the type of path that is communicated by C to B involves B, that B don't know. So this is the situation. Is it clear? So B assumes that there is some other alternative way. B don't know that the path being offered by C is actually through B only. If it is knowing that, this kind of a problem will not happen. So that is the modification, how we can modify. Instead of communicating the distance vector alone, we just communicate the next hop information also. But initially people were not thinking in that way, because the bandwidth is limited. It is not like currently we are getting gigabits per second speed, but that time it is that basic 10 megabits per second Ethernet time or less than that. And that time bandwidth is very crucial. So if you started communicating a bigger table, it will take a lot of space, and that is not a good method. So we are just okay with the communicating only the distance vector. So like that people started thinking, so this kind of a failure. But later when that network bandwidth was better, at that point this problem was tried to solve some way, but still some problem exists, because this is something you can generalize. So the here C is wrongly communicating something. So even though you add the next hop information, at some later point the problem will occur with the next hop information. So in that way, if you generalize, if you instead of communicating the distance along with the next hop, you have to communicate the entire path. Like this is the path I am offering. So if you keep on communicating the entire path, so that much bandwidth it will take. But later such a variation is there, we call it as the path vector routing. So that is something used in the border gateway protocol and all. So such a variation of this distance vector is currently underused with a different name, and of course it's an entirely different approach. The entire path is being communicated. Anyway, that is not there in your syllabus, so we just have to understand what is this count to infinity problem. Anyway, we will continue, so let me clear it. Hope so far it is clear for you, and we will see how things were working. So the thing is that initially, so when they exchange their information, so this is first exchange, everybody is exchanging like this, everyone is updating. So only problem is B mistakenly understand that from C I can reach A, say 1 hop to C and 2 hop from C to A. So like that it will update it to 3. And C is not updating, because from C the information is from B and D, and they are saying like 1 and 3, so minimum is 1, 1 plus 1, 2, that is already there, so others will not update. Now in the second exchange, okay, so here the change happened at this point only. So in second exchange what will happen, again everyone will communicate like this with the others, right? So in this way you have to understand. Now C, this is very crucial, how this 4 is coming, right? This 2 is updated to 4. So now I think you can guess it, from C is getting wrong information, of course, from B saying that B is offering a distance, a path to A with a distance of 3. D is offering a path to A with a distance of 3. Now randomly C can depend either B or D to reach A. So what, because both are offering same distance, only 2 links C is having. So randomly C will choose either B or D, and what is that in distance value 3 plus 1, because 1 hop to reach D and another 3 hop being offered by D. So like that it will update its distance information from 2 to 4, because this 3 plus 1. So like that 4 is coming. Now in the next exchange, this 4 is wrongly communicated to its neighbors, right? So accordingly, see this 5 and this 5. How this is updated? Because this C is saying to B that now the distance from me to reach A is changed to 4. So now B is blindly believing C because some kind of loop is actually created. So hope you can visualize it. The type of communication, because C is how this 4 is getting for C to B, then C, B, like that, and this 4 is coming, and this 4 is now updated. This 4 is being communicated to B, and this B is updating on hope to reach C and plus 1. So 5, 4 plus 1. Similarly, the same 4 wrong information being communicated by C to D, and here from E also it is getting that 4. Randomly it will choose either C or E plus 1, like that. This 5. Again, now in the next hope, this 4 is updated to 6. How? This 5 plus 1. And similarly, this 5 is updated to 7. How? This 6 plus 1. This 6 is updated to 8. How? This 7 plus 1. So, like that, this update is happening. Hope it is clear for you. Right? Maybe this figure may be confusing. I am clearing it. Just understand. Right, so that is being explained here. B thinks that it can reach A via C with 3, and in the second exchange that 3 is being communicated. Accordingly, that distance to A is modified to 4 by C, and the subsequent exchanges produce. So what will happen is like it will keep on like this. It's the updation is happening but very slowly, like 7, 8, 7, 6. So you can see that the distance is like incrementing just by 1 only. And actually what we need is some infinity at the end, but infinity in the sense normally how you will fix the infinity to be a large value, larger than the number of hope. Okay, so suppose the infinity is say some 16 something considered in the network. So this 7, 8, 7, 8, then 9, like that, one by one it will reach that 16, 16, 16. At that time you can assume that the distance to A is infinity, or A is broken. That bad news is being propagated to everyone else. But this convergence will happen very slowly. So that is what we call as a counter infinity problem. So dealing with counter infinity problem. So from the previous slide it should be clear why the bad news travels slowly. No router ever have a value more than 1 higher than the minimum of all its neighbors. So something we already know, like 6, 7. 7, 8, like that. So gradually all routers work their way up to infinity. So finally it will reach infinity, but the number of exchanges required depends on the number of the numerical value that is used for infinity. Now infinity normally you will fix a very large number. It depends on this infinity. If we are fixing infinity to be some very big number, it will keep on iterating like that. So what a wise way is to set infinity to some longest path plus 1. Maybe here the longest path is some 4 hope, right? So you can make that infinity to be 5, then algorithm will terminate at that point. Maybe after 5 to 6 exchanges it will terminate. So that is one way. The problem is wrong information is propagating, but it is propagating very slow. So not entirely surprising, this problem is known to be count infinity problem, because it's counting infinity very slowly, right? There have been many attempts to solve it. Something like I already told you, instead of passing just that distance information, why don't you pass that next hop information also? But still it will have some issue like next to next hop information. In that way the failure may happen. So example, preventing routers from advertising the best path back to the neighbor from which they heard them. Or in this also a method like in the previous example that C is communicating something to B, but actually that path is through B. So if that is the case, C is not supposed to communicate. So in that way you can split the horizon, or you can stop propagating such bad information with a modification called Poisson reverse. So all those things were modification that applied on the basic algorithm to deal with the count infinity, in general split horizon with the Poisson reverse. So this is being explained in detail in RFC 1058, the request for comments, the technical documentation of the internet standard, particularly this distance sector routing algorithm. This is a documentation that deals with the count infinity problem and its solution. So if you are more interested, you can refer this, or you can Google it out anyway. From the textbook, only this much is given. That is why I explained so far. Anyway, such a problem is there, solution is there, still we have issues. So convergence is slower, that is the main thing we are facing. So, however, none of these heuristic work well in practice despite the colorful names, of course. The core of the problem is that when X is telling Y that it has a path somewhere, Y has no way of knowing whether that path is through him or not. Okay, whether it itself is on the path or not. So that's a problem. So to understand that to Y, what you can do is you can, instead of communicating just the distance, everyone can communicate the path also. But see how many routers and how many distance information and the path altogether, it's just a routing update only that will consume enough bandwidth, and that is not going to work in a situation where bandwidth is something a scarce resource. But you can depend on this kind of a method where you have enough bandwidth and all. In that way we have its variation called border gateway protocol, where we are using a modification of it called path vector routing, and those things are not there in the syllabus. So after this, next we will move on to an approach that is something entirely different from this distance vector routing called the link state routing. Okay, so that we will discuss and we will proceed. Okay, thanks for watching. This problem is something that is asked many times in the university exam. You should be able to explain maybe with that example. So first you have to be clear about it, then you can give such an example and you can give an explanation for it. And even GATE also, this distance vector problem came, like county infinity related problems came. So better understanding is something useful for you at some later point.